More and more, it seems like the world is realizing what a mess Canada is. It seems like our biggest export lately is liberal insanity. Let's take a look at a few clips here, starting with Tucker Carlson.
And then you think, well, if Brazil's important, what about Canada and Mexico, which are literally on our borders, which are huge energy producers? Canada has far more oil than the United States, far more fresh water than the United States. Canada is the fourth biggest oil reserves in the world.
It's such a shame. We should be so rich in Canada. This is so, like, the energy policy in Canada is so mean and nasty to the young people of this country and the old people too. But there's so many young people that really have no future. And a huge part of that is the way we throw a wet blanket on our most important industry.
How much do Americans know about Canada? Well, Canada happens to be falling apart as a nation, completely falling apart.
I agree with that. I don't think that's even hyperbole.
It's in a state of domestic chaos. It's become a police state under the influence of China. Canada, the country with which we share the longest border. Our most critical ally on the globe is Canada, the country we ignore. How many Americans know what its capital is or how to pronounce it? Probably under half. Canada is the single most important relationship that we have. It has always been our largest trading partner. But going forward,
Mexico now recently is number one for America, but I get his point.
As American influence recedes to our hemisphere, what happens in Canada matters more than anything else. Maybe we should think about that. Maybe we should try to exert some influence on Canada, not necessarily by force, though by force if necessary. You could certainly make a regime change argument about Canada, talk about a country that's oppressing its own citizens, killed almost 100,000 of them through its state-sponsored killing program, MAIDs.
Man, that MAID program has given Canada such terrible PR. Unbelievable.
You could make a human rights case to invade Canada, not that we should, but if ever there was a people that needed liberation from a government that hates them, it's the Canadians, of course. But you could make a case based on self-interest and regional interest, even on decency, to have a lot more positive influence on the internal affairs of Canada than we currently do. Canada's not a sovereign country. It never...
This is pretty amazing to listen to. I mean, Tucker Carlson is a huge voice in America. I think he's mostly reasonable. Like, I'm definitely a fan of him. And just listening to this, it's pretty dark. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as what he's saying, but I really think Canada has massive problems. And I think so many people in this country are still sleepwalking. It's very sad to see. America has a way better culture of complaining. So many Canadians have just gotten used to just saying, oh, well, it'll get better, or just kind of pretending the problem doesn't exist. I'll just watch hockey. Is the hockey game on? What's happening with the Maple Leafs?
Has been, ever. It's part of the British Commonwealth. Now it's some sort of colony of India and China. It's never been sovereign. And there's no reason that it should be. It should be decent and well run for the benefit of its own citizens. And you could say the same for Mexico.
We'll take a look at a bit of this recent video from Crowder.
And in case you think that leftism is dead, remember, Jordan Peterson came to prominence. We covered him before he was well known in the United States because of Bill C-16, which was effectively compelled speech, right, using pronouns. Well, Canada has now gone a step further with Bill C-9, and that has passed the House of Commons in Canada. It's going to go to the Canadian Senate, which basically says, hate speech also includes the written words in the Bible now.
Canada's House of Commons has passed the Combating Hate Act, also known as Bill C-9, cracking down on the public display of symbols linked to designated terrorist groups. The legislation,
so much going on.
Cleared
it's like the side of a
reading on March
NASCAR.
25th by a vote of 186
it's like a billboard
to
in Times
137, makes it a criminal offense to willfully promote hatred by openly displaying flags or emblems associated with banned outfits. It also targets intimidation and obstruction at places of worship and schools. The bill now moves to the Senate for final approval before becoming law.
I mean, honestly, what is Canada known for right now globally, aside from all this crazy leftism? Being polite, I suppose, is a stereotype that still exists a bit, but where's the success stories in Canada? The company Lululemon, maybe Shopify, but I don't even think many people associate Canada with those companies. We're not known for our oil and gas industry. If anything, we're known for trying to get rid of it all the time, or at least make it worse with all this stupid climate policy.
I also want to touch on your stance on eliminating all fossil fuel dependency, because already that position...
No, sorry, I want to make sure we're clear on this. What we've been saying is we can't keep increasing production of oil and gas in Canada. We don't want new increases in production of oil and gas and fossil fuels. That's completely different.
Canada is a major oil and gas producer in the world. But because of our commitment to fight climate change, we are working very, very hard to decarbonize and develop other sources of energy that we can rely on and that we can share with the world.
What is Canada known for globally? Honestly, right now, Made? Mark Carney, maybe? Maybe some of the liberals out there like Carney? Looking at a bit of this clip here from Sky News Australia, Down Under.
But we are talking about painfully woke, broken Canada, where this is how adults conduct themselves now.
Point of personal privilege.
Okay, there's a chance you've already seen this clip, so I'm just going to move forward. But she said, yeah, there's a point of personal privilege. I'll get back to the host here, Rita, because you've probably already seen that clip. Maybe not, but.
Goodness me, she said the word straight line there without a trigger warning. Point of personal privilege. How dare a cisgender woman speak? I mean, the whole thing is nuts. Everything you see there is a sign of civilizational decline.
That's true. Like, again, a lot of the things that are said about Canada are not hyperbole. I know people chase clicks on the internet or whatever. That's just not even the internet. Media as it is, but a lot of the bold negative statements about Canada are just true, sadly.
Let's stay in Canada, and guys, I really don't think the country is okay. Let's have a look at what passes for talent at the country's premier music awards show.
I actually hadn't even seen this clip yet. I heard about it. What is that? Sounds like grunting into a microphone. Anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video, but please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.